What's happening with the Utah housing market? Is Utah's real estate market going to crash? If you're looking to sell your home in Utah, what can you expect? This video will answer your question, should I sell my house now or should I wait to sell my house? With so many conflicting reports and opinions, it's easy to make the wrong decision. You'll want to watch this video to the end because there are multiple points that will give you clarity and the confidence to make the best decision for you and your family. And the last item on my list will leave no doubt. Feel free to hit the pause button if you need to write things down, because like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I'm just going to bring it. Today, I'll give a brief Utah housing market update, share some tips at the end of this video for those of you who are ready to sell your home, and list the top 10 reasons you want to sell your home immediately. Obviously, I'm not saying that everyone in Utah should sell their home, but you're going to want to pay particular attention if you've been wanting or you're ready to move. The housing market is changing, and it's changing fast. In a blink of an eye, home buyers seem to have disappeared, but they're still out there and they're ready to buy. But buyers are no longer mindlessly offering tens of thousands of dollars above the asking price, and they're no longer removing their home inspection or their appraisal contingencies. To be blunt, those days are gone, and it will be a long time before we see anything like that again. I could feel the tide turning months ago when I released the top 10 reasons to sell your house now back in April, and a second video in May, why you should sell your house right now. I wish I could have helped more of you while the market was hot. Clearly, the market has changed and we're likely headed into a recession, but a recession does not always equal a housing crisis. This infographic from CoreLogic shows that home prices actually increased during 3 of the last 5 recessions. The housing market is not going to crash, especially not in Utah, but things could get real tough for sellers. And that's why I made this video with urgency. Here's my top 10 reasons you should sell your house right now. Number 10, Utah's housing market has not flipped yet, but sellers are now seeing fewer buyers and more homes are being listed every day. It's still a good time to sell, and there are still plenty of buyers out there, but the longer you wait to list your home for sale, the more competition you will have. This chart illustrates just how quickly things are changing. Over the last 3 months, Utah has seen more listings than what it had when the market was scorching hot last year. Unfortunately, we also have less buyers, hence the shift in the market. Feel free to hit the pause button if you need a little more time to look at this chart, because I'm moving on. Number 9, home prices will likely decrease. Yeah, this one should be further down the list, but it goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about. It's a supply and demand issue that's only going to get worse for those looking to sell their home as more houses hit the market. Because we now have fewer buyers, undoubtedly this will equal a lower sales price, aka less profits for you. Number 8, most likely you'll need to make more concessions to sell your home. For instance, a buyer may ask you to pay all or a portion of their closing costs. They'll likely be more aggressive on what they ask you to do after the home inspection. And if the house doesn't appraise, they'll probably expect you to drop the price to match the appraisal. And this takes us to number 7, lower appraisals. Because there have been recent higher sales, you're more likely to get a good appraisal. As sellers reduce the price of their homes, and as houses sell for lower prices, the appraisers will have fewer good comps to give you a higher or better property valuation. They have no choice but to use the recent sales in the immediate area to give your home its value. Number 6, longer days on market. Because there are more houses and fewer buyers, you should expect your home to sit on the market longer. It's tiresome to always have the home ready for showings, especially if you have kids. And often buyers give little to no heads up that they're coming to see your house. And because you're not sure how long it will take to sell your home, it's risky and stressful to put a new home under contract. This chart shows active listings from 2021, the orange line, and 2022, purple. This is not a trend that you want to see if you're looking to sell your house. Number 5, more showings. In the good old days, like a month or 2 ago, sellers were able to list their home, do one open house, often with dozens of potential buyers showing up, and then accept the best of multiple offers received. The total time on market was less than 1 week. Today, sellers are looking at closer to 4 weeks on the market. If you priced your home too high, it's unlikely that you'll sell your house in 1 week or less. Matter of fact, it's unlikely that you'll sell your house in 4 weeks. If you're priced competitively, you should at least see a few potential buyers. Number 4, it's more work to sell your house. Because we're no longer in a crazy seller's market, landscaping, and especially the front of your home needs to look sharp. You'll also need to repair and replace broken or damaged items inside the home. You may need to paint or update flooring, among other things. If people see a bunch of projects as they walk through your home, they're less likely to make an offer. And if they do write an offer, it will likely come in below your asking price, or they'll expect you to make those repairs. For a list of projects to complete before you list your home to maximize your sales price, check out my video, The Home Seller's Ultimate Checklist. I'll put a link to that video below. Number 3, you're a huge winner. Even if you only owned your home for a year or two, you should have loads of equity. According to CoreLogic, homeowners are sitting on record amounts of equity. They reported homeowners have seen the equity increase by 32.2%, an average gain of $63,600 since the first quarter of 2021. Bankrate.com ranked Utah's housing market number 1 for strongest pace of job growth, low unemployment, low mortgage rates, and more. Housing prices increased by 27% statewide, shattering the 43-year-old record of 20.1% set in 1978. In 2021, the median price of a single-family home was $533,000, a massive increase over $425,000 in 2020. It's totally understandable that you want to take every ounce of that equity with you to the new house. But if you're willing to give up a little of those massive gains and price your house right, your home will sell faster and in the end, potentially for more. Why? Because if home prices drop and continue the downward trend, other sellers will need to reduce their prices below what you sold your house for a month earlier. And when it comes time for you to buy a house, those who are selling, including home builders, will need to drop their prices as well. So it should be 6s anyway. Number 2, mortgage interest rates are likely to go higher. The Fed recently announced that inflation is still worse than what they thought. Because of this news, there's a good chance mortgage interest rates will move higher. The skyrocketing interest rates are the primary cause of the sudden change in the housing market, as millions of Americans can no longer afford to purchase a home, while the amount of home one can afford to purchase has been drastically reduced. This chart shows how your purchasing power decreases as interest rates rise. You can borrow $350,000 to purchase a home. If rates hit 8%, and it's not too hard to believe that they won't at some point, you could only borrow $227,650, a shocking decrease of $122,000. The left side of this chart shows a mortgage payment for a $600,000 home. At 2.5%, your payment would only be $1,900 per month. At 5.5%, which is close to where rates are today, your payment jumps $830 to $2,730 per month. The right side of this chart shows your buying power with a max payment of $3,000. At 2.5%, you could purchase a $949,000 property. At 5.5%, it's reduced nearly $300,000 to only $660,000. This demonstrates why the increasing interest rates are crushing both home buyers and the housing market. I should point out that higher mortgage rates barely affect those who have large down payments, and for those paying cash, rates don't matter at all. As a soon-to-be buyer, you will also want to lock in a mortgage rate before they go any higher. And in case you don't know, traditionally, an interest rate around 5.5% is good. In the 1980s, mortgage rates climbed to nearly 17%. Could you imagine? And if rates drop in a few years, you can always refinance. So the number one reason that you want to sell your house as soon as possible, it's likely things will get worse. Utah does have one of the most stable economies in the country, but home prices could continue to decline for a few years, which will only lessen how much you can get from the sale of your home. And increasing mortgage rates will decrease how much house you can afford, limiting your options. And to make matters worse, one of the most powerful government sectors is stacking the deck against the housing market. In an article, Fortune.com reported the Fed plans to reset the housing market, raising the likelihood of falling home prices. The article continues, the Federal Reserve decided it had seen enough and quickly raised the interest rate. The 30-year fixed rate climbed to 6% from 3.2%, which priced out many home shoppers. This ended the housing boom. Now we're in a sharp slowdown. Long story short, there's massive urgency to sell your home as quickly as possible. Waiting just 1 month could easily cost you thousands of dollars. So here's some quick tips to help you sell your house fast and for more money. Pricing your home right is priority number 1. Your house needs to be a compelling value. Let's rephrase that. Your house needs to be the most compelling value in the area. Overpricing your home in a declining market is foolish. You will not sell your house for what your neighbor did 2 or 3 months ago. And if your house takes 2 to 3 months to sell, you'll likely need to drop the price lower than what you could have sold it for at the time you listed your home. When priced correctly, your home will receive maximum exposure, drawing in more buyers excited to see your home. This increases your chances of selling quick, receiving multiple bids, and netting maximum profits. Next, first impressions are everything. This 100% applies to homes. Do everything within reason to make your house stand out. How can you build value in your property so you can sell it for more? Find easy, inexpensive projects to help your house stand out. Third, time is of the essence. Homes get most attention when they're first listed. After a week or so, homes fall off the interest list because most people figure that because the house didn't sell quick, your home is not a good value. It's unwise to list your home above market value with the intent of lowering the price if no one bites, because you'll lose those precious few first days where you have the best chance of selling your home. And be prepared for a normal than longer time frame for your home to sell. As the market gets closer to becoming a buyer's market, the days on market will continue to increase. And hire an experienced realtor. Real estate agents have become more valuable than ever, helping sellers not only maximize how much they sell their home for, but realtors also protect their clients from potential legal and financial pitfalls. An experienced realtor will handle all the required documents and negotiate the best deal. Not to mention, selling a home is a lot of work. Many who try to sell their home on their own become overwhelmed. Save yourself the trouble and hire a real estate specialist. It will be worth every penny. In my 18 plus years as an agent, I've learned tricks and strategies that take the home selling experience to the next level. I treat my clients like family, and I've helped a lot of people go from homeowner to real estate investors. It's easier than you think. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with any questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. For everyone else, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. I always do my best to respond to each one of you. If you have a friend or family member looking to sell their home, you can easily text this video to them. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty, the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.